The law of assumption is one of the most transformative principles governing our reality. At its core, it states that what you assume to be true in your mind will ultimately manifest in your external world. This law operates on the premise that consciousness is the foundation of all creation, and your beliefs, whether conscious or subconscious, shape the experiences and circumstances of your life. Unlike wishful thinking, the law of assumption requires a deep, unwavering conviction in the reality of your desired state, even before it is reflected in the physical world. When you assume something to be true, you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that assumption. This alignment creates a vibration that attracts corresponding experiences, people, and opportunities into your life. It is not about forcing external changes, but about embodying the state of your desire internally. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you plant the seeds for its eventual realization. This principle underscores the idea that reality is not something that happens to you, but something you actively create through the power of your assumptions. The law of assumption teaches that the subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined with conviction. It accepts your dominant assumptions as truth and works tirelessly to bring them to fruition. This is why it is crucial to be vigilant about the beliefs and narratives you hold. If you assume lack, struggle, or failure, these become the patterns that repeat in your life. Conversely, when you assume abundance, ease, and success, your subconscious mind orchestrates events and circumstances to align with these positive beliefs. This law invites us to move beyond the evidence of our senses and to trust in the unseen. It challenges the notion that external circumstances are fixed and instead encourages us to view them as reflections of our inner state. By changing your assumptions, you shift your perception and consequently the reality that unfolds before you. It is not the outer world that dictates your experience, but your inner conviction that shapes the outer world. Practicing the law of assumption requires cultivating a disciplined mind. It involves repeatedly affirming your desired state, visualizing it as already achieved, and feeling the emotions associated with it. This process reprograms your subconscious and dissolves any limiting beliefs that stand in the way of your goals. Over time, this focused intention creates a momentum that makes your assumptions undeniable truths in your experience. Through the law of assumption, you come to understand that you are not a passive observer of life, but an active participant in its creation. It places the responsibility and the power squarely in your hands, empowering you to transform your reality from the inside out. The only limitations are those you impose upon yourself through doubt or fear, both of which can be overcome by consistently assuming the fulfillment of your desires. This principle also reveals the importance of self-concept. How you see yourself determines what you assume to be possible for you. If you regard yourself as capable, worthy, and deserving, your assumptions will naturally reflect these beliefs, leading to outcomes that affirm your self-concept. This alignment between your self-image and your assumptions is the key to effortless manifestation. Detachment as liberation is a profound practice that frees us from the chains of external validation, emotional entanglements, and the constant need to control outcomes. It is not about indifference or apathy, but about cultivating a sense of inner freedom that allows us to engage with the world without being enslaved by it. Detachment invites us to release the need to cling to people, situations, or outcomes, creating space for peace, clarity, and authentic connection. At its essence, detachment is a recognition that the source of fulfillment lies within, not in the fleeting circumstances of the external world. When we attach ourselves too tightly to outcomes, we place our happiness and sense of self-worth in something beyond our control. This creates a cycle of anxiety and frustration as we become reactive to the inevitable ups and downs of life. Detachment liberates us from this cycle by shifting our focus inward, where our true power resides. Practicing detachment does not mean abandoning goals or relationships. It means approaching them with a mindset of trust and surrender. Instead of trying to force or manipulate circumstances, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life, understanding that what is meant for us will unfold in its own time and way. This surrender is not weakness, but a demonstration of profound inner strength and confidence in the process of life. Detachment also fosters healthier relationships by allowing us to love and connect without dependence or possession. When we detach, we stop seeking validation or fulfillment from others, freeing them to be their authentic selves. This creates space for relationships built on mutual respect and genuine connection rather than neediness or control. Detachment allows us to give freely and to receive without expectations, nurturing bonds that are both strong and flexible. Another facet of detachment as liberation is the release of past burdens and future anxieties. Clinging to old wounds or worrying about what is yet to come keeps us trapped in mental and emotional patterns that drain our energy and cloud our perception. Detachment invites us to be fully present, to experience life as it unfolds without being tethered to regrets or fears. This presence is where true liberation begins, as it reconnects us with the infinite potential of the present moment. Detachment also teaches us to let go of resistance. When we fight against what is or cling too tightly to what we want, we create tension and block the natural flow of abundance and harmony in our lives. By letting go, we open ourselves to possibilities that may far exceed our expectations. Detachment is not about giving up, it is about stepping back, trusting the process, and allowing life to work in our favor without interference. Liberation through detachment is not a one-time event, but a continual practice of release and renewal. Each time we let go of something that no longer serves us, whether it is a toxic relationship, a limiting belief, or a fixed idea about how things should be, we reclaim a piece of our freedom. This freedom empowers us to live authentically, unburdened by the weight of unnecessary attachments, and to move forward with lightness and grace. Manifesting through stillness is the art of creating your desired reality while aligning with the power of inner calm and deliberate focus. Stillness is not a passive state, but an active and intentional practice of quieting the mind, centering the emotions, and connecting with the deeper essence of being. It is in this state of inner tranquility that we access the creative forces of the universe and direct them toward the fulfillment of our desires. In stillness, we withdraw from the noise and chaos of the external world. We silence the doubts, fears, and distractions that often cloud our intentions. This creates a space where clarity can emerge, allowing us to focus our energy on what we truly want to bring into existence. Stillness is the fertile ground where the seeds of intention are planted, nurtured, and eventually brought to life. The act of manifesting through stillness is deeply tied to the principle that energy flows where attention goes. When we are still, we can fully immerse ourselves in the feeling of our desired reality without interference from conflicting thoughts or emotions. This immersion creates a powerful vibration that aligns us with the circumstances, opportunities, and people needed to bring our vision into being. Stillness becomes the bridge between imagination and manifestation. Through stillness, we enter a state of receptivity, opening ourselves to guidance and inspiration from the higher self or universal intelligence. It is in these quiet moments that we often receive insights and ideas that propel us toward our goals. This is because stillness removes the mental clutter that blocks creativity, allowing the mind to connect with solutions and pathways we may not have previously considered. Stillness also allows us to trust the process of manifestation. In a culture that often glorifies constant action and effort, we can mistakenly believe that creating our desired reality requires unceasing work. However, manifesting through stillness reminds us that effort without alignment is futile. By anchoring ourselves in calm confidence, we align with the natural flow of the universe, which often works in ways that surpass our understanding. The practice of manifesting through stillness emphasizes the importance of embodying the state of the wish fulfilled. It is not enough to simply want or visualize something, we must feel as though it is already ours. In stillness, we practice this embodiment, imagining ourselves as already having achieved our desires and allowing the emotions of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment to arise. These feelings act as a magnet, drawing our desired reality closer to us. Manifesting through stillness also requires patience and trust. While the physical world operates on time, the creative forces of the universe operate on alignment. Stillness teaches us to let go of the need for immediate results and to focus instead on maintaining the internal state that matches our desires. This detachment from urgency creates a sense of ease and flow, allowing manifestations to unfold naturally and effortlessly. Finally, stillness serves as a reminder that we are co-creators of our reality. While external circumstances may seem beyond our control, the practice of manifesting through stillness empowers us to take charge of our inner world. This inner mastery, cultivated in moments of quiet reflection, becomes the foundation for the outer transformation we seek. In stillness, we remember that our power lies not in what we do, but in who we are and what we choose to believe. Ladies and gentlemen, there is immense power in silence. When faced with adversity, provocation, or negativity, our natural instinct is often to react. We want to defend, explain, or fight back. But what if I told you that true power comes not from reaction, but from choosing silence and cutting off what does not serve you? The power of inner silence is one of the most profound tools we possess. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and demands for our attention, the ability to remain calm and composed is a rare strength. Inner silence is not just the absence of speech or reaction, it is the presence of a deep and unshakable awareness within oneself. It is the ability to observe life, people, and situations without allowing them to disturb the sanctuary of your mind. When we cultivate inner silence, we become the masters of our emotions rather than their slaves. Challenges and provocations no longer hold the power to sway us. Instead, we begin to see them for what they truly are: fleeting external circumstances that have no bearing on our inner state unless we allow them to. Inner silence allows us to step back and evaluate situations from a higher perspective. It creates a space between action and reaction, giving us the clarity to choose our response or to withhold one entirely. This space is where wisdom resides. It is in this stillness that we discover answers, uncover truths, and gain the strength to rise above petty conflicts. Moreover, silence aligns us with the rhythm of nature and the flow of the universe. Just as the ocean remains undisturbed beneath its surface waves, inner silence is the foundation of true peace, even amidst external turmoil. Through this practice, we stop being reactive to the world around us and instead become deliberate creators of our reality. Inner silence is also a source of immense energy. By conserving the energy we might otherwise waste on arguments, overthinking, or engaging in negativity, we redirect it inward. This energy fuels our growth, enhances our creativity, and strengthens our resilience. It becomes the force that drives us forward, undeterred by the distractions that would derail us. The cultivation of inner silence is not about suppressing emotions, but about transcending them. It is the understanding that not every thought, word, or action requires our participation. It is the quiet confidence that we do not need to prove ourselves to anyone, because our worth is inherent and does not depend on external validation. Self-control is the cornerstone of personal mastery and the key to navigating life with purpose and intention. It is the ability to govern oneself, to rise above impulsive emotions and reactions, and to align one's actions with the higher vision of who they aspire to be. Unlike fleeting displays of force or dominance, self-control represents a lasting and unyielding form of power that is cultivated from within. When we exercise self-control, we demonstrate that we are not governed by external circumstances or the behavior of others. It is a declaration that our peace of mind, our decisions, and our path in life are ours to control. This mastery over the self elevates us beyond the chaos and unpredictability of the world around us. It transforms challenges into opportunities for growth as we approach each moment with clarity and composure. Self-control is not about repression, but about liberation. It frees us from the chains of knee-jerk reactions and destructive habits. It grants us the discipline to resist the temptations that derail us from our goals and to remain focused on what truly matters. With self-control, we learn to delay gratification, understanding that the rewards of patience and persistence far outweigh the fleeting satisfaction of impulsive decisions. This power also extends to how we interact with others. In moments of conflict or provocation, self-control enables us to choose silence over argument, understanding over anger, and wisdom over impulse. By refusing to be baited into reaction, we maintain our dignity and project an aura of strength that cannot be shaken. This ability to hold our ground calmly and confidently often has a disarming effect, diffusing tension and creating space for resolution. Moreover, self-control is the foundation of inner freedom. When we master ourselves, we are no longer at the mercy of fluctuating emotions, fleeting desires, or external influences. We become the architects of our own destiny, consciously directing our thoughts, words, and actions toward the life we envision. This internal mastery allows us to move through the world with a quiet confidence, unburdened by the need for external validation or control over others. In practicing self-control, we tap into a deep reservoir of strength that grows stronger with use. It is through small, consistent acts of discipline that we develop the ability to face even the most significant challenges with unwavering resolve. Self-control transforms us into individuals who are not only resilient in the face of adversity, but also capable of creating harmony and balance in every aspect of our lives. Energy is one of the most precious resources we possess, yet it is often the most underestimated. Unlike time, which moves forward regardless of our actions, energy is entirely within our control. How we manage and direct it determines the quality of our experiences, the depth of our relationships, and the outcomes of our endeavors. Every thought we think, every word we speak, and every action we take requires energy, making it imperative to spend it wisely. Our energy is finite, and where we choose to invest it has a profound impact on our lives. When we engage in unnecessary arguments, dwell on negativity, or allow ourselves to be consumed by worry, we drain this vital resource without gaining anything in return. These unproductive expenditures leave us feeling depleted, overwhelmed, and disconnected from our true purpose. By contrast, when we channel our energy toward meaningful goals, nurturing relationships, and self-improvement, we experience a sense of fulfillment and vitality. Recognizing energy as a precious resource involves understanding its flow. Just as water seeks its natural course, our energy flows in the direction of our focus. When we give attention to problems, criticism, or conflict, we inadvertently magnify them. But when we direct our energy towards solutions, gratitude, and growth, we create an upward spiral that elevates every aspect of our existence. This conscious redirection of energy allows us to reclaim control over our lives and align with what truly matters. Preserving energy also means setting boundaries, both internal and external. Internally, it requires mindfulness of our thoughts and emotions, ensuring that we do not waste energy on patterns of overthinking, self-doubt, or regret. Externally, it involves being discerning about the people, situations, and commitments we engage with. Not everything and everyone deserves access to our energy. Protecting it is not selfish, it is essential for maintaining balance and well-being. Energy is also regenerative when managed properly. Rest, reflection, and practices such as meditation, exercise, or time in nature help to replenish our reserves, enabling us to give more fully to the things that matter. This cycle of conscious use and renewal creates a harmonious rhythm, allowing us to sustain our efforts and continue to grow. Our energy is the driving force behind our ability to create and manifest. It powers our thoughts, fuels our actions, and shapes the reality we experience. When we understand its value, we begin to approach life with greater intention and purpose, knowing that every ounce of energy we spend is an investment in the life we are building.